Hey everybody, these are the Formula Age guys. This is the Reverend.
This is the theme here. It's your boy Theory.
And Great Mouse One. Yep, this time he's in the back of the bus. All right, this is our second video of the weekend, Geek Week in Review. We're going to continue on with our gaming news. Earlier this week, God of War artwork was leaked. All right, so in the midst of considering whether or not there's going to be another God of War game, all of a sudden some artwork showed up online. I believe NeoGaf leaked it out first, and then Kotaku, of course, went ahead and did a huge spread on it. Everybody was wondering whether or not that there was any sort of merit to the actual artwork, if it was valid or not. And it appears that there is, for the fact that representatives from Sony started requesting the folks at NeoGaf to take pieces of artwork down. So yeah, there's some sort of merit to the artwork that was put up. Yeah, basically what we had is that we had Kratos, or a Kratos-like character, working in the Norse mythology. Basically, either Kratos is jumping mythology genres and he's moving from Greek mythology over to Norse mythology, or they have a Viking-looking character that looks very much like Kratos, who's going to be in the new God of War. What do you guys think about it?
Has it gotten to a point to where God of War is turning into a Gears of War and a Halo type of franchise, as in too many is being put out to where there's...
And I don't think so, honestly, because if this is what it's supposed to be, and this is him now traveling from Greek mythology to Norse mythology, this is now a whole new set of storylines. Okay. With the Halo universe, it's always been them beating the same dead horse for game after game after game.
Yeah,
after game.
absolutely.
The same thing with the Gears of War series.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know,
Gears they're trying to reboot it. I mean, they're trying to reboot it with...
And it's going to continue from where it left off at.
It creates some interesting things.
Oh, it does. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I mean, seeing him going against some Norse gods,
Kratos versus Thor.
That would be
right there
interesting.
Puts, people's interest up in the air.
Look. Kratos killing Odin would be an outlandish story.
Yeah. Well, he pretty much killed all the whole Greek pantheon.
But what would I mean? How would that go with the storyline? I mean, how would they interpret? Or
well, here's the thing.
I mean, why would he go after Odin?
Why not? He's already killed a list of gods, and if he gets transported somewhere else,
maybe
why
they
not
can be incorporated with a story for revenge.
Or
I hate that. The revenge thing. It's a trope that's always used. Revenge.
So what?
I mean,
so
I'm not saying
it's
it's a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad.
Here's the thing. It works, but now let's take a look at the storyline. Okay, in the God of War 3. All right. Now for all who may not have played God of War 3, maybe in the middle of playing God of War 3, I'm about to say some shit that y'all might not want to hear.
It's an old game,
I know.
But I understand where you're coming from. I mean, 3 has been
also remastered has come out.
Yeah.
So people who was like, I'll wait a while.
Yeah. You got it right.
All right. So again,
we're gonna spoilers.
All right. So in the God of War 3, he kills everybody. He dies. Okay. Now let's say, for the sake of conversation, Loki shows up and says, "Hey, look, I got a job for you. I got a whole bunch of guys I need murdered.
Yeah,
can you handle that?
You don't even need to find out whether or not it's Loki at first.
That's true. Yeah.
Or
I mean, that fits Loki.
Because here's the thing. In Norse mythology, he is a trickster. Yeah. But by nature, that is what he does.
That's what he is.
I can bring your family back to life.
He's the god of what?
Mischief.
There you go. That's all you need. Yep.
So I think this is just images for a comic book. This could be masterful trolling.
Well, like I said, the thing that
comic book
or a movie concept.
True.
It just did Ratchet and Clank, the movie. This could be a movie concept.
Yeah.
They could be trolling, but now God of War movie E3 or God of War 4 E3. It could be either or.
Yeah.
Or it could be a Vita release.
Yeah. But I mean,
And Vita only.
I mean, in any situation.
I mean, the only people that own Vitas
Are you
are
guys?
us two.
Reverend and Greenhouse. That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't want one.
I haven't found one cheap enough for me to want to pick up.
I mean, I don't regret picking it out.
Not the fact that it's not that it doesn't have good games on it. It's just if you're gonna duplicate off a console, I might as well get games for the console.
Yeah.
That's probably another conversation. Well, actually, hold on to that thought because we're going to go into something a little bit similar to that.
Yeah.
Right next.
Mhm.
All right.
But with quote unquote God of War 4, I mean, we just recently got out of Ascension, right?
Mhm.
That's the most recent, you know.
Yeah.
So we saw him rise up to God status,
Yeah.
pretty much is what. Now, so what are we going to do? So God of War 4 is going to go all the way past God of War 3, or right after, like months after God of War 3 events, right? And then start into.
It may not even go. It may just start right where 3 stopped off at.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Or it could be like they've said as far as the artwork. Funny thing is that they pulled all the artwork and post down from NeoGAF, but you can still find them online. All right, they're very easy. Just Google up God of War leaked artwork. All right. The thing about it is that the character that they have in there, it looks like Kratos, but I succinctly see the character running around with axes in his hand instead of the actual,
I mean,
blades of chaos. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it could be a completely different character.
Could it be his brother?
No, actually,
No.
it could be somebody just out of
Out of
Norse mythology.
Looking Kratos.
It could be a new series.
yeah.
Could.
It could still be called God of War, but it could branch out into something else.
That would be
That would be a good way to
that would
go.
be an
Excellent.
excellent way.
That would be a
an
great
excellent
way to
way
go.
reboot
Yeah,
series.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
what I
because
mean?
the problem with mixing up the genres of Greek mythology and Norse mythology and everything else is that all of a sudden you've got this huge wide multiverse.
Yeah.
Okay? And yes, I understand that term has been overused and is really popular in movies and comic books and everything now. But the problem with that is that so if you got that particular situation where you've got this multiverse of multiple gods all over the place, all right, and then apparently they can jump from place to place. So at one point they've got to be aware of each other, right?
Please, yeah.
So why hasn't one particular set just gone out of their way to just go ahead and fuck everybody over and just say, hey, we are the we are,
Yeah.
I mean, I like if I consider what they might have. I like the idea of this just being a separate character, a separate genre altogether. Not gameplay genre, but a separate mythology
You could
genre.
still, like you said, I agree with that. You could still have a God of War without
Kratos.
Kratos.
Yeah, Kratos.
Because the thing is that in Greek, in the Greek God of War, it was Ares. All right.
Yep.
Absolutely. With let's see here, I can't recall the one from what's that Norse mythology off the top of my head.
And that brings up another good point. These are going to be a whole bunch of characters that honestly a lot of people will know nothing about.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Or unless they're like mythology buffs, in which case probably they just have an idea what they look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ultimately, like the regular layman person who just they know about Greek mythology right off the top, or Roman mythology for that matter.
The thing.
But once you get into Norse, there's a whole lot of question marks there for
Yeah,
most
a lot of people.
outside of Thor, Loki, and Odin.
A lot of people think. A lot of people know the Greek mythology. Hades and Zeus and all these guys.
You kind of run through it in high school.
That's
pretty
true.
much.
Yes, that's very true.
But God, man, they haven't killed all the gods in Greek mythology.
They
right?
killed all the ones that
everybody.
matter.
They killed everyone that matters.
He not only killed the gods. Remember, he went back and he killed Kronos, the Elder Titan himself.
You're
Who
absolutely
gave
correct.
birth to everybody.
Yeah,
Wiped off a few of the demigods. As well.
Exactly.
You're right.
So the only way they do this is if they branch off to something else. If they're gonna do a sequel, they better do it correctly in order for that shit to be continuity as far as making sense.
Like I said, I'd rather them just
And
start with a new character.
Don't fucking reboot it. Don't go backwards. Don't go back in time. Don't.
I mean, here's the thing. Who goes to say if this is
He said the Warriors.
that they don't jump into Egyptian mythology?
That's where I was going to go next.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's so many mythologies.
Yeah.
Egyptian mythology.
Why not?
They need to do that.
God of War. Why not God of Peace?
They need to do that. Egyptian mythology. I'm not going to even acknowledge that.
That just sounds like an episode of South Park.
Oh my God! I'm not even going.
In this corner we have Kratos.
Oh,
in this corner we have the Alpha and Omega, Yahweh, Jesus Christ.
I was going to say Jesus or God Himself.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. I don't know if they can.
But I mean, just like you said, it's just God of War.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what mythology they use.
Would they call it God of War, or would they call it God of something else? Would they branch out and
Yeah, well, God of War is ambiguous enough to cover different mythologies. I think.
Yeah.
God of War, you can still it's not. They're not saying Greek God of War. They did not say that.
And here's the
So that's what I'm saying. God of War is ambiguous enough.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
And the thing is, with God of War, for what I do know of Norse mythology, Valhalla is a real place.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
And this is the place where all warriors go when they die.
Yes.
So having that been said, God of War makes sense
Yes.
in Norse mythology.
Absolutely. In all mythology.
Well, actually-
Egyptian mythology.
The funny thing is that, let's say this, all right? Okay, so Kratos is pretty much, I can't remember at the end of 3, was he left immortal, or was he left to just do whatever he wants to do?
I think he lost his immortality.
He lost
He lost all of that, dude.
Okay, so the greatest warriors in existence end up in Valhalla.
Mhm.
This is when you're great enough to kill the fucking god.
We know where he's going. And here's the thing, with Hades dead, we know he's not going there.
No.
So, okay, we have an end that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
As long as they don't do this kind of like a branch off or a Halo Reach type story where you die at the end of it.
I don't mind him dying.
No, but
I
not
didn't mind-
not after one fucking game.
but look how
After a trilogy.
look how Reach ended that. I mean,
Reach,
he was the only one left on Reach, and he went after every. Look, I'm
all
just
the
saying,
Spartans got molested,
except for
except for the ones that left, and you got molested at the end. There was no winning.
you were not. Yeah,
They better make this shit 3 games. But that would be a big tease either. It's true, because it's like, wait a
that
minute.
was bullshit.
You said you played 3 games and I still die at the
that
end?
was bullshit. That Halo Reach should have been 3 games, at least.
At least.
And it really.
That's the way
See,
it is.
now you done fucked up.
But
What are my
anyway.
thoughts on Halo? I just wondered.
Anyway,
But anyway.
but like I said, the phrase God of War is ambiguous enough to
Yeah.
cover all mythologies, whether it's Egyptian or I mean, come on.
Do you think that something will be announced at E3?
About this?
Yes.
You know what? I think it's inevitable.
Really?
Yeah, because the thing is that there's the one thing about the artwork being up there, and then Sony asking them to take it down, and the thread being closed, and then the artwork being taken off NeoGAF, is that it lends a little bit of credibility to the artwork.
But
Yeah.
see,
That's
but the
one of
thing,
the red flags I got. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if it was just a
Yeah.
troll or just somebody who
It
just
would
drew
still
some
be out.
stuff up,
Yeah.
I wouldn't care.
one thing that we have not,
Or Sony would have put out something. No, this is not us. It's not
but
true.
one thing that we
This is
haven't
not
thought
happening.
about, what if it's an animation?
That's what I was saying.
That's what I'm saying. I
Comic
mean,
book
it
or,
could be not a comic book, but I'm talking about like
a movie, a series,
yeah, like a,
Netflix coming.
well,
It's a Netflix exclusive.
hey, because there's absolutely there's absolutely no gameplay. All we're seeing is, I mean,
Images.
images.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it could be but the thing is though, the way that character is centered, kind of, you know what I mean. It kind of makes sense that it's a game.
Well, it's just they're just design images.
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
I mean, these are probably
that can also be
pre.
construed as a graphic novel as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely
Or
right.
a
Yeah.
YouTube series.
So we're not sitting here trying to jump the gun saying this is in fact a game. It could be a game. It could be a comic book. It could be
YouTube series.
animation.
Middle Age Gods of War.
Oh, geez, stop.
Kill bullshit because of nothing.
Wait, VR. PlayStation VR.
PlayStation. Yep.
But
It won't work. It won't work. Because we saw the character in John Wilson.
So
We're looking over his shoulder.
So
concept art.
yeah, God of War trilogy VR.
Disgusting. No.
I personally wouldn't play it.
We would do quick action events in virtual reality.
The QTE.
Press X. No.
Look, the QTEs aren't necessarily a problem.
Until
If
this
I got to
Miyagi
spin
section
around my
room.
room to get moves
But
to
the
go
thing
on.
is, though, we talked about this before. People with VR, you have to have humongous spaces.
All kinds of shit.
Whenever you do this, you knock over a light shade or
Wait, if you put that on, you better make sure you have nothing around you in the first place, even your girlfriend or wife.
look. You can't look. There are places where you can't even have that on the train. They said you are not to wear your VR set riding it. Who the hell would do that? Anyway, we're getting off top. Look. No.
I want to see it. Plain and simple.
No.
Yeah, it will be
I would shell out
compatible. It will be compatible.
God of War. Not
Then
that.
there's gonna be no quick action events at all.
No, it will be. Like I said, X, circle, square, triangle.
They're gonna have you be doing the Macarena in front of the fucking
Exactly.
PlayStation 9.
Yes. Wax off until Mr. Miyagi
So
shakes you.
you're using the dildos like this.
No. See. I'm not on board with all that.
Look, it's
Not on board with all
QTE.
that. No, man. Look.
Maybe you have to push 2 buttons.
That's what I'm saying. You use your foot to push.
Put your left foot in, you put your right.
It won't work at the QTE. I'm sorry, man. It's not gonna happen, man.
Hokey
No.
Pokey coming soon.
God of hokey pokey. Where they gonna go?
That better not happen. And if it does happen, you better not come to this channel, this channel, blaming us for this. Okay? So do not listen to that idea. Just bring the fucking game out in third person view and have that shit as usual, as business as usual. So please, do not listen to any of that. I don't want to fucking have it. I don't want to lose subscribers because they're like, you fucking did this to us, you fucker.
Look at their face. Oh, dude.
You will probably unsubscribe.
I just said, when you look at VR bullshit, it would not work with quick action events. They're going to take quick action events, which is the cornerstone of the God of War series, out of it and put it in the VR world.
That'll work.
But it will work.
No, God.
Quick because it's never been done before.
Quick action motion events being
Quick motion events.
Yeah,
Quick motion.
will be very.
Yes, we're done.
Hey, we need to trademark that right now. Trademark that word right
Wait, if Shenmue 3 does it, it'll be quick motion events.
now. QME.
Damn.
So,
What are
anyway.
your final thoughts of this?
I don't know. Let me explain it. Using quick motion events.
And you have the dildo too. So that's
See. Here's my thing. All right. There's no VR involved. No first person. None of that bullshit. Give me God of War, Norse Mythology characters.
yes.
I will shell out money, make 3 of them, and then jump to another set, and we'll be all good. Business as usual.
Yep.
You can have 800 God of War games out,
Mhm.
as long as you guys are killing new people every 3 games,
Yep.
and no one will care.
Yep.
I have nothing to add to that.
With me, look,
I said my piece. And
You know,
that's it.
Just, I'm speechless actually. Oh my God. No, again, hang on, I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I'm not speechless. No.
Okay.
These are freaking stills. That's all they are.
Yes, they
We don't
are.
know if they're an anime. We don't know if it's a game.
Or
We don't know if it's a VR game.
Or just for the Vita.
Or we don't know. So again, we're just speculating here, and it's always fun to speculate. And I am 100% with another trilogy of the God of War. Like I said previously, the God of War title is ambiguous enough to go into different mythologies.
Yeah.
And it really is.
And here's my thing. Again, yes, just stills. All right. But again, like I said last time, and take notes for all y'all who are in the gaming industry who are making these games. All right. You see how excited us 4 middle-aged dudes get over an idea. All right. Once these become tangible, the world loses their mind.
If they
Yes.
become tangible.
Yes. All right. So make these happen, and you make money.
Yep.
No, because when things become intangible, then you put your hand on it. All right. Then you maneuver around whatever you want. Whatever you want.
If you do come out with this, don't fucking censor anything.
Absolutely not.
I will take money back.
All right. Okay. Let's keep on the Sony train of thought. Although I don't know what station we're at anymore. Let's keep it on let's keep on the Sony train of thought. Interesting enough, there's other Sony news besides the God of War leak. PS4 with the brand new 3.5 system update basically has released remote play functionality for the PC and the Mac. All right. The funny thing is that most people don't know that you already had remote play functionality with PS Vita for both PS3 and PS4. Obviously, Sony came to their senses and said, "Hey, we got to go ahead and actually put this out on something that people might actually use." So,
with what is it, 3.5 update?
3.5.
Now look,
it just came out on the 6th.
The 3.5 update, right? It took them that long to actually go invisible online.
Yeah.
You now have the availability to go in there and say that I'm not online. And along with that, like the remote access, I think that's a positive. You know, I mean, for the PC, remote Atlas, you know.
There are a lot of applications for it that I'm going to enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Right now, all my PCs are still running Vista, so it won't work for me right now. But when I do
what are you still doing on Vista, man?
I like Vista. What do you want?
That's not even a PC anymore.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing?
I know. That's okay. I'm alright with
No, it's not okay.
Right now, I'm okay with that. I think I have one of them on Saturday.
You need to.
But at any rate,
My TS is faster than yours.
It might be.
What are you doing on Vista, man? That's like using Windows 94, dude.
There was no 94.
No, it's not.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Dude, first I do bad, you do worse. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Applications themselves, they can work out pretty well, all right? Especially for those that have multiple consoles in their house and people who can't agree on what they want to play.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because now let's say I got a PS4 and I'm using remote play on my computer, and then I got a boy who's using my Wii U who's playing something on the big screen, and then somebody else is watching Netflix on the PS3. It all works.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, it's a great thing to go ahead and be able to have access to your system, to be able to play things that you want to play when you're not actually there.
Yeah.
Especially if you're somebody like me who's got, I don't know, I got 5 PCs in the house and they're all set up on the network.
Exactly.
All right. And a Mac for work. Yeah, I had no choice. All right. The thing about all of that is that, you know, you've got all this stuff linked up and everything. You can go ahead and you can retreat off and go ahead and remote in. Like I said, this functionality already existed on the Vita, for both the PS3 and the PS4. All right. Sadly, though, people did not use the Vita for that.
Nope.
much less many other things.
They barely use
But
it.
Not for playing games.
Yeah.
They didn't use it for playing games either.
That's for sure.
But yeah, it's interesting concept. I mean, if you're someone like Theory said, if you're somebody you're in a situation where everybody's fighting over TV real estate or monitor real estate, then yeah, that's something that's an option. I think if you're looking at trends though, this is where I was really interested. PS4 already does cross-platform play with PC. All right. They are just setting themselves up and just opening up their system to be able to just port over to other things.
It's moving into that direction.
Well, one thing that I'm disturbed about is that
amongst others,
PlayStation 4, it still needs to be a console. It don't need to pull a Microsoft and try to be something other than a console.
Wait a second. Objection.
What?
Sony has barely been a video game console since the PS2.
Well, what I'm saying is with the PlayStation 4, I mean, I'm glad that they were having all this. It's great. But I just said, what I'm saying is I don't want it to follow Microsoft's bullshit with try to be something other than a console.
Okay, so how is being able to play a PS4 on a monitor?
No, I don't know that.
Different from playing a PS4 on a TV and then moving away from playing video.
What Gray Mouse is saying, he doesn't want it to try to turn into a PC.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Not to have those features, but to cut off what it's meant to be.
I didn't quite clarify what you said.
Yeah, it still needs to be.
I knew what Gray Mouse said.
See, Microsoft is gone down the slippery slope right now. It's trying to do. Like Microsoft lost me it really did. I'm done.
I think we're jumping on another track.
But still has to do. I'm sorry, guys. You're right. But what I'm saying is that I love these features. I'm glad these features are going to happen. But I don't want them
to turn someone else. Yes. I get that. I completely hear that. Even though you sound a little heartbroken about Microsoft, but
I am. I mean, I'll honestly.
Hey, I told you so.
I'm so. Man. Anyway.
Yeah.
Jeez,
we told you so. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Get that quote down here.
Hit him below the belt.
No, it's not. It's legal. He set himself up to be knocked in the head.
Somewhere on the screen there should be "I told you so." The thing.
It's all right. So to wrap this up, I guess I am full. I'm really happy.
We're bullying now.
Yeah, you guys.
We're all
guys are bullying me now.
See, I knew cyberbullying existed.
I'm triggered now. I need to go into my safe space.
All right. And for all y'all that actually believe cyberbullying exists, here's what I want you to do. Pick up your phones right now, okay? Everybody pick up your phones, all right? Now, find somebody in your contact list. It doesn't matter who it is, all right? Now type, give me your lunch money, all right? Now, when that money appears, cyberbullying exists.
Make me a sandwich, bitch.
That is bullying.
But anyway,
otherwise you're just texting at that point.
Anyway, you guys,
all right,
guys,
let's go back on point.
You guys jumped me. Okay, fine, it's over. But like I've said before in our previous discussions, I am 100% for options.
Absolutely.
Options
good
are
options.
Good options.
Mm-hmm.
Options are great to have.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, and this remote access, it works.
Yeah. I mean,
but in all honesty, I think that should have been day one.
Well, it's
there's a lot of things from these consoles for this age should have been day one.
It shouldn't have been, to me, for doing it now. It was like it was an afterthought. But no, I'm
all kidding aside, it probably was.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I understand that they're listening to the folks. I understand that.
They are. Mm-hmm. Then come out
with
Sony's games.
Sony's listening to the folks more than anybody else. I mean, they're more boots on the ground than anybody else.
I'm trying to object here.
That's it. So,
Hey, now wait a minute.
There is no objection.
Somebody objected against me at that point.
Oh man. Anyway,
You have
so
to program it on your phone. That's
for my final thoughts, 3.5 update, yes. PC remote, yes. Options, yes.
games. Do it. And that would be a hell yes.
That's another set of quotes down there about the same.
I mean, in the end, in the end, all right. What we're looking at really, especially if we kept up with things that we've talked about in previous videos, is that Sony is coming out and they're making it very obvious that they're making their system open to other devices.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, and if I were to read the writing on the wall, I would say that it's inevitable that we're going to get the cross-platform thing.
I agree.
Which I for one am excited.
I mean, I would love to play against Sony people on my Xbox One, and I'm pretty sure that Xbox One wants to play Sony people, especially these multi-plat games. There's no freaking reason. This is 2016, motherfuckers, and we don't have cross-platform
Hey, that's like saying, this is 2016 and we don't back fucking VR?
or flying cars.
Yes, it is the current year.
But come on, make it happen. The flying cars part 2. But anyway,
Hey, you're going to be the guinea pig for that? Be my guest.
no. But
Not to finally.
But anyway, to kind of wrap up on what you said, this is a good thing, and Sony has opened those doors. I mean, Microsoft went over there and said, hey Sony, let's have cross-platform.
No, garbage. They were like, we're open. No, Sony finally said they're open to it.
Yeah.
When it was leaked
by
Microsoft that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to keep our ears down.
I think this is going to be the year for a lot of those things, that type of things to happen, especially when it comes around E3.
Yep.
E3 is the time where a lot of shit is going to be either ignored or announced, and that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to this year in 2016.
Yeah.
E3, yes, we're going to do coverage on that.
Yes.
We're going to give our opinions on everything that happens from each and every wave here. Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, PC.
EA, we're not going to do that.
Unless EA doesn't really concentrate on games. They just concentrate on garbage. But at the end of the day...
But what about Mass Effect, man?
What about Mass Effect?
You do got a valid point. They keep getting pushed over to the right.
All right. With that,
this guy is
objections, man.
All right.
With that, I think our thoughts now on the on not only the God of War artwork, but also the PlayStation 4 cross-platform, remote play for Mac and PC. A lot of things coming out of Sony is only going to get more interesting as the weeks go by, heading into 2023. All right, we all agree on that.
Yes.
All right. With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Like I said, thank you so much for staying with us over the last 30 minutes or so. If you're so kind, like the video, comment, hit subscribe below. All right. We are here every week, every weekend.
Yep.
All right. The 4 middle-aged gods of war. Bullshitting about nothing. All right. With that, I'm the Reverend.
This is the theme.
And theory.
And Grey Mouse 1.
Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming, credits.